Yo, yo, yo! What's up, cheapskate?
You know, just living life, being cheap.
What's up, everybody? It's Lummy and Colton with the Bubba Army Weekly Wrap-Up Show. Yeah, I'm about to go clubbing, that's right. What a great week. What a great week it's been. Started, obviously, with Dr. Dan on Monday, Tuesday with a mix-in of Steve.
Yeah, that was nice to have.
It was always a pleasant surprise. I like Steve a lot. On Monday, and then jump over to Tuesday with Jay coming back. Obviously, Wednesday, Tuttle. Thursday, Babyface, which always does really well. And Friday, Gene Lasker. 813-90-BUBBA, 813-90-BUBBA. Hit the thumbs up button for us, please. And give us a call if you want to tell us your favorite part of the week, or just want to talk to me and Colton. We're getting ready to go out to the beach, him and I, and gonna go fight the weather with our brand new black shirts.
Oh, I was like, the weather's nice. Yeah, black shirts. Yeah.
I was trying to. I guess Bubba took his, but yeah. Thank you, Rainbow Rick. Really appreciate that.
Which, for those that don't know, Rainbow Rick, they do more than T-shirts. They do, their specialty is actually trophies. So, if you're like the committee of the Little League squad and y'all need trophies made, get a hold of Rainbow Rick.
It was funny because my buddy Pat, Pat, Big Pat, works for the parks.
Yep.
For the county.
Yep.
I saw him at bowling yesterday, and on his keychain was rainbow engraving. And he's made the county trophies and different things like that.
Awesome. That is awesome. Speaking of things I can't help but notice, Bubba sometimes goes, Lummy, you see my shirt today? You see my shirt?
Yes.
I see your shirt up there. That's a nice BRN sponsorship shirt you got going on.
Of course. Pro Action Sports?
Suspension?
Yeah. DJ.
Yep, DJ from Pro Action Suspension.
Great guy.
Nice shirt.
Do you use them? When you go out to Shrimp on a Treadmill, $20.
I mean, I will run Pro Action Suspension.
Q-Cut, Iraqi, Lloyd Christmas, not so much.
I'm currently running Factory, but yeah, if DJ wants to hook up a set, duh. Like, duh.
Well, he's usually out there for Bike Week. And
yeah,
stuff
he goes
like
to Bike Week every year, yeah.
Yeah.
He's out there. So DJ Pro Action,
this
shout
shirt
out,
is
buddy.
Awesome. You got a couple of these. I love this material. I know Bubba does not like this material, but I don't have very sensitive I don't like
aggressive nips.
Yes, I don't like my nipples touched, but I don't have aggressive nips. So luckily I don't have that problem. Are your nipples sensitive over there, buddy, or are they?
Yeah, but I think the same thing as you. They're not necessarily aggressive. Like, they're not poking through my shirt where they're hurting me or nothing.
Do you like your nipples played with?
No, God, no.
Does it give you that kind of feeling of like, ugh?
Yeah. You don't touch a man's nipples or his ass, I don't think. But
that's one thing with Ashley. She knows it's my feeling, and I hate when she starts. She kind of wants to fuck with me and starts playing with it. It really
I heard you mention that recently. I think it might have been even on the air. You're talking about your nipples, and like I think it came out wrong, and people were misconfused. But you said something about Ashley tweaking your nipples, and what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, because she knows it fucking bothers me. It gives me that empty gut feeling. I feel like someone just punched me in my balls, punched me in the gut. Like that kind of feeling?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, look, I at least got a way where Walker stopped punching me in the balls here and there, just randomly walking up to me and punching me in the dick. So that's nice. And but I still got Ashley that she just loves. She loves fucking with me, playing with the nipples, and that is a big no for me. But back to Monday with Dr. Dan and Steven. We'll just jump right into it.
Yeah, so Steven,
you pulled a clip.
I did pull a clip from that day. So one that stuck out to me, there's a couple things this week that stuck out to me. The one from that day was obviously one from Steve. Steve, sometimes I feel Jay and Dan are pretty calculated. Now, I know Dan's a wild man at times, but I think he peels the onion back, not necessarily with his personal life. Steve sometimes peels the onion back, I don't want to say too far because we love it, right?
Yes.
But kind of his personal life, and Bubba kind of called him out on. He's like, Steve, I think you were kind of the problem child growing up, right? Something along those lines. And Steve pulls back a good juicy detail here that I just had to pull.
Yeah, stupid mouse. I can see where Bubba complains about this mouse now. Here we go. Ready? Internet powered up. Hold on. We can't do that yet because you know why? Gotta make sure that your sound's down, Colton. Ready?
Yes.
But I was told as kids, you kind of were the hoodlum.
Little bit.
Yeah.
I was a little scrappy, but this one is so dumb. In broad daylight, okay, we're driving around in my car, and we're dressed in black in daylight, and
kind of like you and I today, Clearwater Beach.
Yep.
Interviewing some co-eds.
And
now who's you, Jeff Cheragante?
No, it was guys that were not my normal circle.
Click. Not you're right.
And so they were looking to steal stuff from cars. I was driving, and again, so stupid. Hold
on. Not only so stupid, but not like that wasn't your values at all. Like your parents didn't raise you like that.
No. And so we were at Albertsons, I think. And just going through the parking lot, and the guys jumped out of the car and grabbed car mats out of a convertible Mercedes because the top was down. And so they pulled the mat.
What?
I'm sitting here thinking they're gonna go car hopping and steal purses,
radios,
and unplug subwoofers out the back of trunks, and go through glove boxes and steal the $20 bill that's sitting in there for gas, shit like that, right? And I hear this motherfucker say, car mats.
I'm like, what kind of fucking car? But he does explain it here.
He explains it. He does.
But still, you're not. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't. Lummy, it's not a thing. It's not a fucking thing. Okay.
Listen, I remember being in high school, my junior year. I just got my truck, and the big thing was going around here in Pinellas. I don't know what it was over in Hillsboro, or it's probably everywhere. Who knows? But it was still in. You get the nice. You replace the regular car radio with the CD player. And all that kind of shit.
And then you can get a double din and get a little navigation in there later on down the road too.
And then you have like a subwoofer, or you put some amp, something, whatever. And that was the big thing is people were stealing them.
In fact, if you remember when those head units first came out, not the double din but the single ones, you actually had a button to click it, and you would take your head unit with you.
Yes,
out of the vehicle.
Exactly.
But you would literally take your head unit off, your dial, if you will, that and your buttons, click it out of the little slot, and fucking take that with you on the go.
Exactly, so no one would steal it.
But here's Steve stealing fucking car mats.
Yeah, this must have been in the 80s.
They throw them in my car.
Which they're worth nothing to anybody that doesn't have a Mercedes.
This is the problem, Bubba. So we get out, we're driving out. They watch the whole thing. The cops saw the whole thing. 6 cop cars surrounded my car, guns drawn. I crap my pants. And the next thing we know, we're all getting, cuffed and bagged into the cars and taken down to the station. It turns out those car mats were made of camel hair and were worth, like back then, this is in the 80s.
Okay, so camel hair.
Which I've never heard of, by the way.
I've never either. I wonder if you can still buy camel hair. Have you looked that up?
I have not. Camel hair car mats? Is that a thing?
That kind of caught me off guard. I wish I would have looked it up back then. Camel hair car mats. It looks like, okay, we can get some on Amazon.
No, that's just like a design, I think. I don't think that's actually made of camel hair,
It says camel hair heart car mats on Amazon.
Look at it.
Okay.
Go back. Hit the one on the terrific. Scroll all the way up, top left. That says $250. I don't know if that's one of them there or not.
Yeah, that could possibly
Premium
be it.
car mat starting at $150 to $340. But you see, nowadays, why would you want even back then, I wouldn't want camel hair. I would want some WeatherTech mats.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I guess if you're driving a Mercedes, but if you look at this, it's still $175 to $340.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Oh, he's not robbing a bank.
Probably $500 car mats.
You just couldn't take the $5 rubber willies. You had to get the 500 Camel Jones,
right.
Which, at this point, you're not even really in the car mat stealing business.
Nope.
You guys are just being mischievous.
Stupid.
Right.
So they hem us up. We get in there, and I'm like, and so now because of the value of it, I think it might have been like felony level.
Right.
And so,
how old are you at this point?
I'm 16.
Okay.
And
16. And this is in St. Pete.
St. Petersburg. Yep, Pinellas County.
And I know you're tough and all, but I got you probably on the verge of being a sniveling little bitch because you're freaked out. Nothing like this has ever happened to you.
Right. And that's my whole point of this fisherman. Like, after one time of being arrested, I knew this would never happen again.
Right.
Ever.
Oh, there you go.
And so, I was freaked out.
So your one phone call, you didn't call.
Yeah, well, camel. What was it? Let's see here.
Camel hair car mats.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to pull up. I guess Macho's probably not. Yeah, I don't want to stay and put it on there. But
can I talk to you about something a little sore subject with you and Mach?
Yeah.
That you may not know about?
I probably don't know about a lot.
Well, actually, it's not even a sore. You know what?
I thought
I'm feeling Macho's pain for him. Let me make that part clear.
Macho and I were
Macho
buddies.
hasn't said nothing, but I am feeling Macho's pain for him, okay?
Yeah.
Can you stop, maybe loading them up on Fridays with a lot of stuff?
I'm not trying to.
Hey, can you pull this audio? Hey, can you do that?
I'm not trying to, but unfortunately, sometimes it is. I mean, I can do it after. I just was asking him. He can tell me.
Can I give you one example from today?
Yes, I already know your examples. But see, the problem is that certain things someone wants ASAP.
Yeah, but you see, there's other things that are controllable, like today's voice recorder that we've been using.
Hold on. If it was going to be a big thing, I didn't need him to pull it off. I thought it was an easy thing.
It is an easy thing, but it's just like you. I don't know, Lummy. Walking in there at 9:51 and saying, "Hey, can you pull this audio off of here?" It just. I felt his pain for him. Now, he may not have said anything or acted or felt anyway, but personally, I'm like, oof, I'm coming in here at 9:51. And it's not like Macho gets off on Friday and he's done working. This motherfucker's got to go work for the other radio stations. He's got to go work, cover NASCAR, cover whatever the hell. Women's Final Four is gone, but, cover NASCAR this weekend. He works all weekend. He works 7 days a week. So I just feel bad going in there on Friday at 9:51 saying, hey, man, can you pull this audio for Lummox and I?
First off, listen, dickhead, we all work over the weekend. I hate bothering Macho on Saturdays and Sundays because what we've been trying to do on the weekend has been running this different program and uploading back in the day segments like serious segments from maybe that day. So if it would be like maybe April 12th, 13th, some T-Quest on a nice Sunday power hour. Maybe like 2 o'clock on a Sunday. You're just sitting there by the pool. Weather's getting nice. Put a little T-Quest back in the day. T-Quest Power Hour when 98.7 when Bubba was on there. Some old cock stuff, 98 rock stuff. Just some previews of different things. So if there's ever been a problem, which we haven't had one with this new program, I hate bothering Macho. So I understand, Colton. I'm glad that you are his representative.
Indirectly, he doesn't know that.
Well, he does now. I'm sure Macho Man's probably like, good.
I'm sure he's fucking pumping the air right now going, fuck yeah, Colton, thank you. I'm tired of piling me up on Friday.
Is he back there?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so he's already left. He's like, fuck you guys. Or he's doing push-ups right now. I feel kind of bad now. You took the wind. I thought Macho and I were having we had a good little thing going.
I think you guys got a great thing going.
Here comes a notepad. We are good. Smiley face. So
you see, I told you
I
told you that I wasn't talking for him. I was just talking as indirectly for him.
How about that one? Fuck you, buddy. 813-90 Bubba.
Although I will say, I think
Bubba.
any person in the world, from Macho to the CEO of Coca-Cola, would say, hey, if you could not load me up on a Friday, that'd be great.
I'm not trying to load him up on a Friday.
All right, we're good.
Listen, we got Steps Towing back today.
That was nice to hear.
That's a big thing. Steps Towing.
Okay,
with
first off, you know how much Steps Towing shit has. So they do every parade that's here in town in Tampa.
Of
which
course.
we have Gasparilla, which is that the third largest parade in America? Do you know?
I'm not sure. I know that the
you got Macy's parade.
The Gay Pride parade is pretty big.
No, Gasparilla is bigger than that, dude.
Not in the LGBTQ community. I think
okay,
it's the
but
largest.
in the rest of the world community, it is, okay?
Listen,
and
I think-
attendance-wise, by statistics, it is.
I think the LGBTQ thing, the Pride Fest in St. Pete's, like one of the biggest in the country.
I think you have the Macy's Day Parade. I think you have Mardi Gras. And I don't know. I thought Gasparilla was up there. Anyways, Steps Towing, they own floats.
Oh, I used to love it when we'd see the Bubba Army stickers on the back of it. It's almost like we were in the Gasparilla parade.
Yeah, because when we use their floats, we slap them full of Bubba Army stickers, and they manage to stay on.
Well, and it's a good thing now is that Semi-Auto Glass Travis does their windshields, and Bubba said that he could probably even start popping some Bubba Army stickers on the back for him.
That'd be cool. You know what'd be really cool? If we could maybe slap a Bubba Army sticker on the back of every flatbed tow truck.
Well, that's what I'm saying. All tow trucks.
Oh, that would be fucking dope. That would be really, really, really cool.
Is Gasparilla one of the largest? Yes, the Gasparilla Parade at Wiley is one of the largest parades in the United States.
And then I see that first story there. What's up? Gasparilla Temporary Pirate Fest is the third largest parade.
Yeah, there you go. Behind Macy's Day Parade and I would say Mardi Gras, right?
I think so. The only other one that I would think that may be up there, no, they can't fit that many people. I would say Fantasy Fest down in Key West.
No, that's not. I mean,
but they can't fit that many people.
Well, plus
down
it's
there.
a week-long thing.
True.
I know Mardi Gras is too, technically. That's like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I never really understood the whole. When I used to go to the Panhandle all the time, they do a good amount of stuff like over in, well, technically in the Panhandle and also like Fairhope in Alabama. And Mobile has a big one. Man, every time I went up there, February, March, I don't even, it always just seemed like Mardi Gras was going on for like 4 weeks. And each town had like a different week where they did Mardi Gras. So, Colton, and maybe it's just because every time I went there, it was just, I went to a different town every week. I don't know. But it was like if Gasparilla was in St. Pete, then it went to Tampa, and then it went to Hudson and Newport Richey and Crystal River. You know what I mean? Like, and every week was like a different Gasparilla.
Yeah, that's
what? Though
inconsistent and too much.
But it's in different cities, so you don't have to really travel.
Yeah, but that I don't know. The attendance is going to be much lower.
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, it takes the fun away.
Yeah, I mean, you're not a big Gasparilla guy anyhow, are you?
Not really. I haven't been drinking a lot lately. Over the past few years or so.
Yeah, you've been always a big time drinker.
I mean, when I was underage, it was cool to drink. Never mind, can't say that, can you? Jokes.
Yeah, that's just jokes.
But yeah, when I was younger, we would go to Gasparilla and wild out. But now that I'm older and I don't really drink, I don't really go to Gasparilla much. No. And it's become just a big mess, dude. The cops are out there. I don't want to say harassing, but, you can't get away with nothing.
What are you trying to get away with at that point?
Things from smoking weed to murder.
No, I mean, weed, oh, murder, Jesus. I mean, weed technically is legal, so.
I know.
Because you can smoke that in public.
Can you, though? I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm not a weed smoker.
I mean, people do, but I don't think you can.
Can you walk down Ebor? Can you walk down Ebor with a joint in your hand?
I would not.
Can you, though?
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think you can smoke in public places. Legally.
I felt like you, as a big-time weed head, that you would know this.
I don't like to smoke in public places, dude. I normally have firearm and stuff with me. You know, I don't smoke in public places.
Okay, you're indulging too much information on this one.
When we're on the bike, it's different because we kind of have the just do what you want mentality and get the fuck out of there real quick. You know.
Well, of course, but you don't want to mess with when your truck when you're illegally parked with your stickers all over your truck.
Yeah, you guys called me out on that last week.
I didn't.
I think that might have been this week.
I didn't. No, it was last week.
It was last week.
And
you guys called me out on
and that was a Tuttle.
By the way, though, I did bring. You guys got 50% of my parking hit stuff. Possibly correct.
Hold on.
But the good one, no one knows, which is good.
I know your parking one.
My good one.
Yeah.
Not the one that you guys disclosed.
I'm not the one who disclosed it. If you notice, I didn't say anything. And then I even said, way to blow up his spot. Because, Tuttle was like, yeah. And then Seth was like saying it. But Tuttle was giving too many hints. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
But the good Iggy is the good one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's the one I got I got everything needed today for it.
Perfect.
So we're golden. I'm excited to go out today and get some interviews. I'm hoping we kill it. I'm hoping it's busy. Yeah.
I mean, the weather's beautiful. I think it should. I looked down. I mean, I know a lot of it's, I think high school, but I looked up a lot of the colleges. I think New York's here, Oregon's here. I don't know about here, but I'm saying they're on spring break. Like New York's, there's some Michigan.
New Yorkers come here. I would probably disagree that the Oregon spring break crowd probably doesn't come this
probably
far.
Not. Oh, Texas. It looks like Texas is all month, so we could probably get some Texas people. They do come over here.
Yes.
There was a couple of Michigan. I think Virginia. I think Virginia's this week too. So those are all perfect places that we can definitely hit up. 225. Good old Alabama.
Hey, good morning, guys. Jay from New Orleans.
New Orleans. How's it going, Jay?
Doing well, man. A quick question, since you were talking about the Panhandle a second ago. The other day, Bubba was talking about maybe getting up to Fort Walton Beach to do a meet and greet to kind of boost the ratings and stuff like that. Just seeing if he was serious about that, because that's not that far from my house, and would love to come hang out with you guys again.
Yeah, we talked about it actually today because unfortunately there was a fallen officer in Walton County. Officer got shot at in Mossy Oaks at the Dollar General, and he died. And so Bubba was gonna talk with John Griffin, our guy up there, and see what we can do for a Bike for Badges.
That's awesome, man. I was in meetings all morning, so I still got to catch up on today's show. I missed that one, but it'd be great if y'all could come out. I know the circumstances aren't ideal. You know what I do for a living.
Yes.
So, it would be cool to hang out with you guys again.
Yeah, of course. Especially, if we can, because, I love the Panhandle. We'd probably, obviously, I think he said Emerald Coast, Harley, yeah. And that's a great spot. And we'd probably do something along the, I think 98. Well, obviously, got to be 98. So, yeah, Bubba will definitely, I think, obviously keep everyone in the loop, and hopefully we can do something to help the officer and his family. I think he had a wife and 2 kids.
Oh, man. Well, my thoughts and prayers are with him. I appreciate it, guys. Hope y'all have a great weekend.
You too, man. Have a good one.
I would love to go up there for that Bikes for Badges because...
Now, would you ride your bike all the way?
Probably.
That's 7 hours?
Yeah, probably. I'd probably make a weekend of it and shoot up there on a Friday, and we'd do the ride on a Saturday or whatever, and then I'd probably ride the bike up there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I'm not like. I'm not going to trailer it up there. Like the other option would be is if we were doing like a show, van or whatever the fuck to go up there and then renting from Emerald Coast. Well, then I'll do that if that's what we're doing for content. But if we're all just meeting up there, well then I'm riding up there.
Have you ever driven 7 hours?
Yeah, on the bike. Yeah.
7 hours straight to a city?
We've been we go out of Florida, we go up Georgia, South Carolina. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you went that far on your bike.
Yeah.
Oh, what do you use? What you do on the weekend?
Yeah, we'll leave like a Friday and come back on a Sunday, like a 2-night deal.
Oh, nice. And just stop at like a hotel?
Yeah, I normally just take last trip we did, we took back road all the way up, essentially 301 all the way, went up to Savannah. Went Christmas time, went to St. Augustine because do the Christmas lights in St. Augustine, Florida.
Yeah, of course.
And if you take the bike, you don't got to pay for parking, and you can just park, on the sidewalk and do whatever the fuck you want. So that was awesome. We got to see every place we wanted to.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, that part's nice.
Yeah,
that part's nice.
Nice. I'm gonna find out when Jay or I wonder if Dan knows about your little public marijuana, because I think you're wrong on that one.
You need to find out. I'm seeing other people in chat saying it's frowned upon but not illegal. I really don't know. I didn't think you could consume marijuana in public in the state of Florida legally, whether it was like, I guess the only way to do it in Florida would be medicinal.
Yes,
so
of course.
if you had your medical card, I did not think you could smoke in public, but I may be wrong.
Maybe Bob Cook knows. He's a big-time weed head, too. Then it looks like you got another clip here because, Wednesday we had Tuttle.
Yep. Which, by the way, real quick plug, did you hear Loner and Stoner yet? Because I accidentally called. If you haven't heard Loner and Stoner, people, download that one. It's a good one. It's short. It's only like 30 or 45 minutes, but it's a good one. I accidentally called 911 over last weekend.
You accidentally did it?
Well, this is what happened. I have an Apple Watch. My Apple Watch was on the charger. Upon taking my Apple Watch off the charger, the screen was black. Like any other man, I start smashing the fuck out of the side buttons, right? There's only 2 buttons on the watch. I start smashing the fuck out of them. It calls 911. Next thing you know, I'm on the phone with them, and I have to give them all my information and go through the whole rigmarole. So we did all that, and a couple days later, I thought to myself, the news is always able to obtain these 911 calls. Why can't I? So I went to the Pasco County Sheriff website, and I filed the forms and went through all the hoops, and they granted me my 911 accidental call. So we played that on Loner and Stoner.
Nice.
So if you've yet to hear Loner and Stoner, go download that. You will hear my accidental 911 call.
When that happened, were you freaking out?
Yeah, a little bit, dude. And then I'm worried that they're going to send a cop there, and Shelby's in the background going, tell them it's an accident. And now I'm thinking, oh, fuck, they're going to think I'm beating this woman. They're definitely coming out here now.
I thought that's what I thought they were supposed to send an officer.
I don't know, but I think they handled it perfectly. No one came to my house.
It's perfect. Hopefully the lady was nice to you.
Yeah, I would. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's something you got to go hear. Go download Loner and Stoner. You'll hear it.
So set up this clip that you got here with the great Tuttle.
This next clip is a clip that they were talking about Big Woman. I think we might have gotten this conversation because they're talking about Charles Barkley and Big Woman, I think, and it circled back to Bubba, something along those lines.
Yeah, with San Antonio.
Yeah. Okay, something along those lines, yes. And my clip here is specifically about Bubba's talking about the biggest woman. He wants to go through the room and talk about the biggest woman they've ever been with.
Okay.
Well, Bubba's going to explain his, and I have a take on it. That's all. I was confused, and I have a take on it.
All right, hold on.
Go through the room and talk about the biggest girls we've ever been through with. My biggest girl was my very first one.
Candy?
No.
Oh, Candy. Do you know Candy?
Yes, that's the fart one.
Yeah, him and Jeff Burr tag teamed her.
Yep.
Somebody else. I don't want to mention her name. I can't.
Oh.
Just for in fear, like if Larry's listening or Tara's listening.
What? Pause that real quick. So right there, I'm thinking, wait, what? Your best friend, Larry Plummer, your angel, your sister, Tara Clem, they don't know who this girl is? And I was shocked to hear that. And I couldn't tell if he was just bluffing to get through or if they really don't know who this is.
Down.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just, you get a little 110-pound girl.
If you use the
110-pound girl,
she
she can put a decent amount of pelvic pressure. Sorry. Sorry, I was so inappropriate.
No, you're
right, Strike. What were you going to say?
I've only been with like one big girl, 210,
Shit.
My biggest girl was my very first one.
Candy?
No.
Oh.
Somebody else. I don't want to mention her name. I can't.
Oh.
Just for in fear, like if Larry's listening or Tara's listening.
No.
Like they don't know.
They don't know who you lost your virginity to.
That's what it sounds like to me too. He lost his virginity to the woman who happened to be his biggest woman that he's ever been with, ever, to the point where his best friend, Larry Plummer, and angel sent of his sister, Tara Clem, do not know who this woman is. Well, let me rephrase this. They do not know that Bubba and this woman had sex. They know who the woman is. Does that make sense? If they know the name, it sounds to me like they're familiar with this woman, and if Bubba said the name, they would be almost in shock that Bubba had sex with her.
I know. I'm wondering how disgustingly fat she was.
And I'm also wondering, how the fuck do we get a hold to find out who this girl is?
Well, that's what I was just thinking.
It would be awesome to have this girl in the air. I mean, if we're just going to be completely honest.
Of one, Bubba would absolutely fucking kill us.
This is a big time secret. Like nobody except that girl and me.
That's wow.
This is a Lummy Investigates. Okay?
I need to get
this is a modern day Lummy Investigates.
You know what I need to do is get the Warsaw yearbook.
Yes.
And I just need to go through and
find the biggest ones.
And find the biggest female.
And then I can cahoots with Plumber or Tara Clem, because I got both of their numbers. Okay. In fact, remember I went up to Warsaw to do that interview up there. Remember the guy, you Iraqi, or whatever the hell he called me?
Iraqi Lord Christmas.
But while doing so, I stopped by and saw Larry Plummer. I stopped and saw him at the Parks Department. So he'll answer my calls when I'm trying to say. So if we can get like 3 or 4 names and say, hey, which one of these 3 or 4, if you had to guess, being Bubba's best friend for 50 years now, which one of these 3 would you guess would be the likeliest to lose their virginity with Bubba? That would be pretty good. That's a good Lummy Investigates.
That's a good Lummy Investigates.
Now we might not have a job next week.
Exactly. It might be the weekly wrap-up show. This might be our last. Well, it's going to be longer than a week, so.
But I don't know, dude. I think if we can maybe
Wyatt Harris, $40.
Colton Cahoots Fund. You see, he's with me, dude. He's with me.
That's right.
We need to try and get this Lummy Investigates back, or Lummy, you need to just somehow get the conversation on the air of not fat chicks, right? But of necessarily who did you lose your virginity to, chick? Like getting that mindset. And Bubba might say, "Oh, I lost my virginity with Melissa Jean." And the next thing you know, we know, it's Melissa Jean. You know what? You get what I'm saying? That's just a made up name.
We talked about the virginity thing last week, and I can't remember exactly what he said.
So we need to. This is a Lummy Investigates, buddy.
Because he said something the week before about losing his virginity. He didn't say a name. Bubba's Cankles, $20. Thank you, Bubba's Cankles. But we'd have to go back last week. I got to remember what day it was. Actually, it was when Tuttle. It was Wednesday with Tuttle the week before. And see what Bubba said and kind of break it down from there. Listen, the deep dive in this may just end up like the Hogan the Lummy Investigates.
Oh, it gets shut down.
It gets the 3 weeks of work just gets shut down and
never gets left on the editing floor. That's what they call it, right? It doesn't ever make production.
When I get a text message from Kevin Hazlett and says,
shut it down, buddy.
Shut it down, buddy.
Shut it down. Don't post anything about it again. Don't show up there ever again. And don't be
calling
get everything off of
out.
YouTube and everything else. Yeah, this might end up like that. But you know what, Lummy? We had fun doing it, though.
I found out who
sitting there next to Hogan's house.
I found out. Oh yeah, that was
in Linda's garden.
You and I out in Clearwater, going to Brian Knobs' house.
Going to the trailer park.
Calling Jimmy Hart's cell phone.
Oh, dude.
Oh yeah, Brutus's. Going to Brutus and
Brutus's trailer.
Brutus, yeah.
Whew. That was a fun Lummy Investigates. And that all started full circle when Seth was here. We did a Lummy Investigates Seth Shed.
Yes, we did. You and I, yes.
And we found those fucking those adult DVDs in there.
That's right. His messy shed. Those were fun times. Playing basketball outside Seth's house. I actually I found who Carrot Candy was. But I guess I can always. You know what? I'm just gonna stop there.
No,
let's go.
No, absolutely not.
I'll talk to you off the air. We can add it to the Lummy Investigates.
Okay, we can do a whole Lummy. Who did Bubba sleep with before being famous type series?
At least I can bring back my original intro, or maybe I need to update my intro if I do Lummy Investigates. Because remember, I had to blur you out when you left. And I blurred you out the first. I think it was Lummy Investigates 3. I had to blur.
Oh yeah, because I think I did a karate or some shit. What was it?
Yeah, you did a karate, and then I was holding you up while you were swimming.
Oh yeah,
and you were doing like sit-ups. I had to blur you out because I didn't have it. My camera guy was me at that time. Actually, no, Ashley was helping me in the 6-year construction project because I was doing all those like scenes in and out. So keep going with this clip. Or was that your observation?
That really was my observation, was the fact that I was wanting. I mean, if we want to play, I don't know if there's anything left on the tail end of it or not. If you want to play it real quick, we can, just to be sure.
That was my first. That I lost my virginity in my dad's garage on his creeper. But I'll tell you, man, that creeper was screaming.
Yeah, no shit.
She was riding me out. She was actually holding my dad's bumper to his car.
Oh, Doug Clem would be pissed if he found this out. That's another thing right now. That was the other part of this. Remember how Bubba told the story about he took out Doug Clem's Goldwing and like nothing happened to the Goldwing, right? A Honda Goldwing. It's a nice touring motorcycle for those that don't know. That Bubba took that out, right? And like Bubba told his father, his real blood father, Doug Clem, later on in life. And Doug Clem got mad about it, right? Like years and years later, right? The Goldwing's already been sold, and he still got mad at Bubba about it. And now I think if he finds out that Bubba's was fucking lost his virginity on some fat pig on a creeper, I think Doug would be pissed about that too.
I'm guessing the position they were in with the creeper would have been pretty much she was holding onto the bumper. Was she on her back?
I know. I think they got into like a ride out thing. Conversation here. I think Bubba's laying down on the creeper. She's kind of straddling, riding out, and holding on to that fucking bumper. That's how I take it.
Huh.
All 500 pounds on that fucking creeper.
I think Bubba said I'm trying to think when we talked about the virginity talk. I think he said he lasted like 22 seconds or something like that.
Oh, so she literally sat down, stood up, and it was fucking spaloosh. Which, I mean, aren't we all? It's, fucking however old, 15, 16 years old, whatever how old he was during this. Yeah, so she literally sat down, she did one squat. She did one power squat.
Wow.
And it was game over.
It probably took her a lot to
do that power squat.
To really bend down.
Yeah, but still.
I can only imagine.
All that extra fish, and Bubba just went.
Oh, man, now you got my head going on the Let Me Investigates thing. I honestly think Bubba would absolutely kill me. I think he'd kill us.
I think we do it, and even like not on the. I think we do it right, just like we did with the Hogan deal. And if it gets shot down, we're not allowed to play. We're not allowed to play it. But if anything, Bubba's going to talk about it. Okay, maybe not.
No, I'm waiting for my text to go off if Bubba hears it.
And
how much did she
was
weigh?
on the creeper.
I think he talked.
She was riding me out, and she was like,
"Oh yeah, okay, riding him out."
Yep.
Okay.
230.
She's 230.
And I was about
230.
Let's hear what he was.
230.
Oh yeah. So like I said, there's every bit of 460 pounds on that fucking creeper.
All right, so 230.
Those wheels are fucking bent out. Like, like those fucking Mexicans that roll with their car all the way down low and the wheels are fucking out like this. That's how that creeper was looking.
Oh, man. Wow. Okay, so 230. Larry doesn't know.
Tara doesn't know.
239.
And more importantly, Doug Clem doesn't know that his bumper was getting pulled on by fucking 460 pounds.
And Neil Malpazir, $50. Listen, he got a shop vac fucking jerked off into a lot of times, okay? Doug Clem's had a lot of... He had to deal with a lot.
Thank you, Neil.
What's up, 239?
Man, good morning, guys. This is Berta. You guys are making me laugh because my dad used to have a Ford Mustang two-seater, and I kind of did the same thing. And the car never worked again after that. And to this day, now that I hear that, I start laughing. At least I'm not the only crazy one. If you do bring back Let Me Investigate, do a whole intro and have, like, Tuttle or Seth coming out the bushes, like, looking at you, investigating and stuff like that, and just do one random and just say, coming soon, and then you mention that, Bubba losing his virginity, and see what he says.
Well, I mean, I can technically use the original... If I go back, I can play it because I don't think we're going to get really copyrighted on our own thing. If you look, Colton was coming out of it because I pretty much stole it from the Tom Selleck.
Miami Vice? What was it?
No.
What was it?
Come on,
what the fuck was it? Magnum PI.
Magnum PI. Don't disgrace my father like that. Let Me Investigate. So on. Let's see if that even fucking comes up. But yeah, no, one sucked. That was our first one.
We just want the intro.
Oh, here we go. Oh, that's right. See, people do forget. Bubba says it, but remember, my Let Me Investigates 2 was... Oh, Jesus Christ. Was Romina.
Oh, yep. And then we had Seth's trip to the hemorrhoid doctor.
Yeah, that was I don't think I even put the Let Me Investigate
I forgot the Romina one. You went there and actually had to sit down with Romina Diaco.
Yes, I did.
And did a full, I think, several shots.
I found out why she... Jesus, that's rough.
Why she what?
What she wanted from Dr. Dan, and she said she really wanted boobs. Jesus, come on, Sam. Well, thank you, Berto. Here, I want to play this real quick. This got spun into a thing.
Unmute it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, man, God, do your thing, man. I just figured I heard you bring it back and make sure you get some good cool shirts.
Investigates.
Of course. Paper Towel Willie, $50. One Stroker Jones. Woo! Hierarchy, $100. Bring Let Me Investigates back. Thank you, Hierarchy. Hall of Famer. Jeez, look at that.
Look at the money coming in specifically
man,
for Lummy
back.
Investigates. Yeah, man.
Yes,
You guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you later.
See,
Thank you, Berto.
Oh yeah, this was the new intro. This was without you, without Red. By the way, this is before Red was editing it. I still was editing it
Yeah, I can tell.
because I had to. Yeah,
Listen to the audio.
I put all that. Shut up, dickhead. Because I had to film all this different stuff. So. That actually hurt. I fell that day. I gotta find one, but like Berto
I don't think
says,
it's being shown. Oh, yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Was
Did
it?
I ever doubt?
Oh, he has it up?
Yeah.
Macho's here?
Macho is in the building, I guess.
That's 2. Jesus Christ. Do we not have I guess I gotta play just play the intro.
I mean, you're not going to be able to play the one that was not allowed to be on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Here we go. Here's the intro.
Full screen it then if you're going to have them play it.
Look at the quality on that video too. Cute little goats. There's you. Oh, I had to blur you out.
Yeah, you had to blur me out.
There's you again.
Yeah, you had to blur me out again. And there's me again.
And you again coming out of the bushes. So yeah, we have it. Shit. Well, we have a. God damn it! Now I want to see it, and I know this is probably Keith Yeager, $50. Here we go.
Appreciate it, Keith. I think all these people are wanting Lummy Investigates. I'm just going to shoot you straight. And I think your first one back is who is this biggin that Bubba lost his virginity to that Larry Plummer and Tara Clem do not know about?
All right, this one should have you in it. I think that you were back. I think you were still in this one.
Okay, let's see.
You like my in shot, my free video editor? Actually, I had to go, but there's you. Look at that. Look at you. Nice karate moves. There's you coming out of the bushes. There we go. Well, maybe that will happen.
Oh, that would be so cool if we could bring it back.
Look at the Try Hootie.
We've got some good shit on YouTube, man.
Those moves. By the way, I learned fast forward during that time too.
And you can X out the rest of that video.
Yeah, I made a lot more edits in my second one, which was nice.
So with that, I would imagine the Lummy Investigates T-shirt comes back.
That was a really popular shirt. I know Bubba doesn't like bringing those shirts back, but that was he did say, or Merch Craig told me one time that for all the shirts that he was making for staff members at the time, mine sold out multiple times.
Yeah, so I mean, I almost think we need to consult Bubba about this, or maybe give it through his wingman Seth and have Seth kind of butter him up a little bit with it.
Well, I always thought about bringing the Lummy Investigates back, but and doing different things, even like going out and trying to find. See, it wasn't really show related. I was gonna do like Lummy Investigates, like going to different restaurants and try to like expose them for using fake grouper.
I mean, yeah, that's cool and all.
I know, but
like,
it's not. It's not
what do we
funny.
really want to know? We want to know this.
Oh no, but I was gonna bring it back just for like a YouTube series because I can pinpoint what's fake grouper and what's golf grouper and kind of almost break it down what's frozen and fresh. But yeah, no, bring it. Yes, I think it was a series on YouTube, buddy. Listen, you probably think the Goat Report's boring, but we have a lot of people that like the Goat Report on their Saturday morning.
This grouper nugget's frozen.
No, the main thing was.
I know a fake grouper when I see one.
You can tell the difference between fake grouper and real grouper, dickhead.
I believe you.
You can.
I
They're
believe
different
you.
species. Berto Perez, $20. Bring back and let me investigate.
Listen, if we're gonna be completely intellectually honest here,
into what?
Intellectually?
Yes, of course.
I messaged you last week and said, "Hey, I'm eating at so and so restaurant. Is it safe for me to get grouper nuggets?" So I lean on you when it comes to my fish. I'm going to be honest with you.
What did I tell you about it?
You told me that if they have a gator, which they did, and which was their specialty, that's probably a safer option.
And it sounds like they're cutting up their gator a lot smaller than they used to because it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, the gator was pretty. It was a lot of breading.
You know why? Because gator's expensive, and they probably were just cutting the crap out of it.
Just like cocaine dealers cut the cocaine.
That's right. They used to use.
They're 1-on-1 chefs and cocaine dealers.
That place that you went to used to use a really good gator. Obviously, I don't know now, but I know.
And now they use farm raised gator.
Probably.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Farm raised gator's good actually.
Oh.
Wild caught gator is usually gamey because gator's meat sucks up like pretty much whatever it eats. So it's eating fishy.
Eating Yorkies and shit. So
well, if it eats Yorkies, it's gonna taste like a dog. If it eats fish, it's gonna your wild gator is gonna taste like it's gonna be fishy. Where a farm raised gator.
What happens when they're the size of a dime and covered in breading? Then it just tastes like breading.
No, because it still tastes like fish.
It was all right.
But hold on, but farm raised, they feed a chicken feed. So guess what? It's gonna taste like.
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah, and they chicken feed, and they feed it chickens and all this other shit. They feed it like chickens, so it tastes like chicken. So there you go. There's your ins and out of.
Well, let's put a poll up and see what people want first. Do they want Lummy to investigate who's selling fake grouper, or they want Lummy to investigate?
Listen, Cole, no one's gonna. What a dick! Good thing Gary Cantrell's listening, but there's no point to put that poll up. That one's gonna be a landslide. Bubba thinks that polls would go against him. That one would go against my thing. I still think it would be interesting as a series, dickhead, as Lummy investigates restaurants that are selling fake grouper. Because
no, it would be good. It reminds me of when like Lasker went into the AC shop or whatever the hell it was. Like I agree. I'm busting your balls.
No, I know, but remember, because you got to remember back in the day, which made the whole grouper thing big, was when Hooters got busted for using swai instead of grouper back in 2006.
And now that's an industry standard now, ain't it?
Swai?
Yeah.
Well, fuck yeah.
That's what I thought.
Because swai is another fish that tastes just like what they eat. And you know what they eat? Most of the time, chicken shit.
So it tastes like chicken.
Yeah, Vietnam ponds where they have the swai, they have chicken coops over top of the ponds, and so the chicken coops just shit down, and that's what the swai eat because they're bottom feeders. Now you know that too. All right,
yeah,
we're getting way too deep down in the goddamn.
I appreciate it though. I do appreciate it. No, I'm being for real. I do. What else happened this week?
Oh, I was just saying. So we had our first unsigned band review. Oh, I should have
that was cool to bring that back, dude. I really did like that.
Which I need to get this sounder. Macho, if you're still here, Macho, and you can hear me.
Hold on, Lemmy's got some more last minute shit for you.
Don't worry about it, Macho.
Friday last minute shit for you, Macho. Hold on.
Macho, do not get this. I will fucking. Ah, damn it.
He knows you're supposed to leave at 11, and you're still here putting in time, so he's just going to ask you to work some more.
Hey, Macho, please don't do anything that I'm asking you to, okay? Ah, fuck. I'll get it to.
See, maybe you do ask him a bunch of shit on Fridays. You just don't realize it.
I'll get it to Gary on Monday. We'll worry about it Monday. Here we go. This is what we brought back. By the way, Carl Harris did an amazing job on this imaging.
For those of you who don't know, which I'm assuming is most of you,
from practicing in the garage.
So if I decide to bust out a solo, do me a favor and give me the freedom to rock it.
To headlining stadiums.
And we will rock you.
With a few stops along the way, here's the most important one. This is the Unsigned Band Review on the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
So I've been working on. I started, going around TikTok, Instagram, and reaching out to these smaller little bands, smaller, local unsigned bands. I mean, they didn't have to really be local. I just happened to stumble upon this one that, they had a couple. They had like 3 million views on one video, and it popped in my algorithm, and I listened to it. I thought, it sounds pretty good. And then I started, going around, reaching out to some other bands, and I'm like, how can we get these guys on? And just kind of bring a band segment back and get that, but bring back the unsigned band review. And luckily, Bubba was open to the Zoom call kind of gimmick where we play it. And this Thursday was our first unsigned band, which I wasn't sure how
the Zoom was going to go.
No, I thought that would go good.
Okay. Because that was, I'm going to be honest, as a listener, that was my concern. Because I know Bubba can get frustrated sometimes when people are not in studio.
Yeah, but Bubba's been a lot better now that we do like Alex Sign every, what would you say, every Wednesday?
Every week, yeah.
Yeah, every every week on Zoom. That's how we know we did Favre. We did a lot. We've been doing a lot of interviews. So we had
Gary Kinchell saying, "Hold off." Sorry.
No, Gary, this one's good.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
It's just the EP guy and the video guy fighting on air. Who cares?
No, Gary, Gary, we're good on this one. That one song, unfortunately, they did it through a different production company, and that's what they're waiting for them to clear it. So they said all the other songs we're good on. So, we're gonna do it, okay, buddy?
Lummy, you're the EP. Truth be told, you are the boss of Gary and I both. So yeah, if you make the call, you made the call. Let's go.
We'll have this fixed in minutes if I send him a text. So this is a different song that we didn't hear. This is the song that actually they got a shit ton of views. It's Felicity. Now, did you like the interview?
Yes.
I thought the guy was actually pretty good.
I did too. I liked it. I thought spending $10,000 on your tattoo on your arm was
I thought he said a little over 10,000.
Okay, that seems like a bit much, but okay, yeah.
Well, let's see. I'm texting the drummer right now, or I'm sorry, the drummer. I'm texting the lead guitarist now, playing his song.
Yeah, and
so I'm saying.
I mean, we're either getting struck or not at this point. He's not going to be able to fix it within the 30 seconds about to play it.
He can jump right on and do it. Ready?
Hit it.
So this is them. What I was saying about what the Bubba Army would like it, that's what I was worried about. The genre of music, if they would like it or not. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Because it's not really that hardcore rock. It's not straight up country. Because I know we had a couple of the country rap guys and 50-50 on it. But it seemed like in the poll, I think the poll ended like 80 something to 18 or whatever, 82 to 18. So this is another one of their songs. So
this is one that was not played yet, correct?
Correct. This is Felicity.
Same band, just that was not the one that they submitted originally.
Correct. This is the one that has their big views on TikTok.
Okay.
So that's the lead singer.
It's Felicity. How do you say that?
Felicity.
Felicity. Okay.
Felicity.
Okay. Let's hear it.
Now, is this your kind of genre?
In the mood.
What's up, Don? So, I think it's a hook that got people liking it on TikTok.
All right, hold on, we'll hear it in a second. We gotta be getting close.
So that's the guy we had on.
They got a good sound. There's no doubt about it.
They sound professional.
Yeah, they got a good sound.
For being an unsigned band, I know they said, like they're doing the independent thing now, but I mean, it. So I reached out to them. They had, I think this video had like 3 million. I was like, well, you know what? They're a small band because they only had I think at the time, 20,000 followers or something like that. They had a small, not 20,000.
No, there's a type of, you would see them. You'd see them at Tilly's and Journeys and
they're gonna be
what's the other one? Hot Topic.
Hot Topic?
Yeah.
Hot Topic?
Yeah. And Journeys and Tilly's and PacSun. Right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I just saw it. Listen, I reached out to them. I think they, at the time on TikTok or something like that, I think TikTok was 90,000. Now they have 200-something thousand. Instagram I think was 20. I think they got 40. They don't really push much Instagram, but I reached out to them, and they said they would come on. So then I started reaching out to some other bands and trying to work on that, and it went well. Like I said, I mean, it wasn't for everyone, but like you said, they have a good sound for a kind of an unsigned band.
I think it went really well. I think not just their sound went well, but the interview before went well. Yeah. I think Bubba going back with them went well. Bubbles, you can fucking kill me. I don't even know where it comes from. But I just think overall that segment, that bit, it was good. It was good. I'm glad we got it back.
It was. And look, I think going forward, maybe not every band person that we get in will be as personable as that guy. I think that guy flowed well. Bubba let him talk and do his thing and kind of just talked about it. I think people were definitely interested. I kind of wanted to ask that guy because he was, and I know everyone would fucking kill me if I would have brought it up at the time. and I could tell Bubba wanted to get to the song, but he was a big wrestling mark. And you know what I wanted to ask him, Colton?
What'd you want to ask him?
It's a question that we're always supposed to ask, and not always, but a good amount.
What?
As for a wrestling mark?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Colton.
I'm listening.
Come on, Colton.
You asked me if he knew Bubba? If he knew about the Hogan shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I held off on that one. But I mean, come on. He had an Undertaker Kane shirt on. He had wrestling belts in the background. I wanted, because then, we could have even spread that one into what Bubba likes to hear.
We can start
outsider.
doing? I got an idea for you off the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because for an outsider, and I know everyone, not everyone, but a good amount of people hate when Bubba brings up the topic. Obviously a lot of the haters hate it, and I totally get where Bubba comes from on holding grudges on certain things. I wanted to see, because I think with that guy, he didn't really know much about the show when I reached out, and I kind of even said, and he goes, I've kind of heard of Bubba, kind of one of those things, which I liked, because he didn't really know what he was getting into, but he's heard of Bubba. But I wanted to hear what his side, and I thought that's where Bubba might have even said when he was wrestling, but I think Bubba wanted to keep it about the band, and I know everyone's probably saying, thank God.
Fuck it, I'll just say my idea. So then my idea would be to maybe if once we do this, we can, if they're able to do it, you and I do like a little 10-minute post interview with them on Friday during this wrap-up show of, how do you think it went? And then we can, those further questions like you just had, like, did you hear about Bubba before this? Did you know about, like, this guy was a wrestling mark, so you could ask this guy specifically about the Hulk Hogan shit? That might be an idea for us to do on Fridays.
Yeah. No, obviously it's only got to be the approved bands.
Yeah. Well, no, I don't know. What's wrong if we get the guys that fucking sucked and we say, hey, man, how do you feel about Bubba? And they're like, that fat fucker, he didn't fucking give us a chance, blah, 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 blah. I mean, that could be good too, right?
The instant troll factor?
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they start talking shit, you just cut the mic off and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We're done. Like if they start like jeopardizing the channel, I guess what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, of course.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess we can get approval on the ones that didn't make the cut. But anyone that make the cut, we definitely do.
How much of a dick we were to them?
Yeah,
is what you're saying?
I think, kind of like, and then Bubba can take that audio, like a little 60-second clip, and play that next week.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, yeah, about anything we talk about, because, like I said, I think a lot of people. I find it interesting. And I know people are just going to say I'm sucking Bubba's dick, but I find it interesting because I know the story. And I know the different things, and I've met Hogan back in the day, and saw a lot of the stuff that happened. And obviously, I don't know the deep dark secrets of everything, but I like hearing the different stuff of what people think happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And knowing the different people that were involved, and just how shitty it was. And I've heard both sides of the story from some people. So. I mean, I find it interesting. I mean, there was times where I came back, didn't come back into there, but I was hanging out with some people, and not any of the people that stole the actual tape.
What do you get? Yeah, what?
But I'm saying
what's going on right now?
No, but I would hear like some of the stuff that people would be saying, and I would just listen, and I would, I understand where Bubba gets upset, and
let's just shoot you straight here. I know what you're talking about at least once. There was a time we were outside, we were out and about, we ran into Hamill. Okay, if we're just going to be honest.
You and I ran into Hamill?
Yes.
Where did you and I run into Hamill at?
St. Pete.
Where?
Oh, I don't remember the establishment name. That's when we found out about the sticker deal. You know what? We're getting down a rabbit hole.
No, I knew about the sticker deal way before that.
I know. That's when we got confirmation.
Well, I knew it before because I was with him. I was with Hamill at the comedy or the bar next to the comedy store. The comedy place.
But yes, I agree. It'd be good to get people's opinion and what they think of Bubba before and after. So doing this on Friday with the band would be nice because we can say, hey, before going on the show, what did you hear about Bubba? What did you think about Bubba? And they might know nothing. They might know everything. But I think it'd be good to kind of just contain that information from them.
And yes, please, because I know all the unsigned band, all the people that do. But if you do know people, because we've had a couple emails from a guy's parent, or not guy's parent, a parent of a guy in a band. I had another, I think it's his nephew. They've sent me some songs. I've told them, hey, if they want to get played, they got to email me. One guy did reach out. No matter what it is, we'll at least, get them in the shuffle and keep this segment going because I think people like it.
I would agree.
And so hopefully we can keep that segment fresh, keep it going. I mean, even if because I know Babyface with his games, we weren't able to do it this week. I got a little urge. We weren't able to do this game. So maybe even Thursdays might be a game and then even an unsigned band review. I mean, action.
Win this $600 chair.
Yeah, man. What
the
fuck?
fuck is that about?
First off, I want to tell Babyface here. We're talking about Babyface's segment. It's like a car, right? Or a truck. I got my beat up. You got a beat up Toyota.
Yeah.
I got a beat up Chevy.
Easy.
I'm proud of I'm proud of my
Yeah, it's beat up.
I mean, I beat the fuck out of my Chevy. I took care of it.
We work them, okay? Don't say beat them up like we don't care about them. We still care, We just work them to death.
Listen, I'm lucky enough that I have SOS Rick that is able to work on my truck pretty easily. Because the one thing with mine is I do keep up on the engine and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
the body.
Yeah.
Once I started getting the fucking beat up part of it, I just said fuck it.
I'm in the same boat, buddy.
And listen, I bought that thing right off the lot. I was proud.
Never mind, I'm not in the same boat no more.
Listen, it was a proud moment when I was able to roll off that lot
to get
with
that
0
fucking
miles.
4x4 Z71 that you got.
Okay, I wish I would have never told that fucking story. That's the stupidest thing I've ever done. Well, one of them. But yeah, I mean, listen, I got 209,000 miles on it now, and I know the outside looks like crap, but that thing runs great, and
the inside's got OxyClean all over it, but it's awesome.
It has OxyClean all over it now. Half of my $20 OxyClean thing all over everywhere, but
you lost your train of thought.
Yeah, you got me with the Z71.
I know. I got you completely thrown off.
You got me with the Z71. You got me on the fucking OxyClean thing too. I don't know where the fuck
I'm over here just being it's a full circle. We're talking about Babyface.
Yeah,
Babyface offering up a $600 chair.
And
meanwhile, I'm pulling a Babyface on you, and you're being Bubba, and I'm being Babyface, just getting you off your game.
Yeah, so listen, because Babyface is like, because Bubba's like, I'm not paying a $600 fucking chair. Oh, this chair's unbelievable. Blah, blah. Well, listen, it's just like a car. I got my truck, and Dan rolling up in his fucking Tesla truck, right? This is the greatest truck ever, blah, blah, blah. I can't believe you have this piece of shit truck. Why don't you go to Tesla truck? I don't have $100,000. I got my little truck here. I know there's $100 to $600, but still, it's like you know what I mean? Like $600 for a fucking chair that you sit 4 hours a day. It's half maybe 6 some days. So 30 hours a week?
Yeah.
They pay $600 for a chair? And he got a nice fucking chair over there.
Is the armrest fixed?
Yeah, Big Red fixed it. Which, by the way, fuck you, Babyface. Fuck you, Babyface. Calling Big Red my... Which, by the way, out of nowhere, calling him him and I toss each other salad. I don't know where the fuck that came from. But, I mean, that was a dick move.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, my friend.
Thing had to be creeping.
Man...
The fuck is going on here?
Let me fire.
No, it wasn't
that
me.
seat turns you into just
Macho.
computer illiterate.
No, Macho's on the computer. Macho's doing something. Ford Shelby.
He's showing you the Ford Shelby Raptor, I think, is what he's pulling up.
Oh.
A real truck, I think, is what he's getting at here. For Macho. And that's coming from Macho because Macho obviously is a Shelby guy.
117,000.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yeah, Macho, I don't have 117,000.
I heard Bubba today talking about Clint Grubbs and Gary Grubbs talking about how long you've had your helicopter license. I don't got no goddamn license, right? Okay.
First off, yeah, Macho, I don't have a fucking. First off, if anything, I'm gonna buy my wife, or no, I'm not gonna buy my wife anything. She's gonna buy, but we're gonna get her a new vehicle before I get a fucking new truck. And I'm not buying. Jesus Christ, yeah. There's no Macho. Why don't you get that one?
The super rare Shelby Snake Raptor, Baja Raptor, like the badass one. Yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah, that one is sick.
Well, that would be that I could see Macho driving that because, like I said, Macho's a Shelby guy.
Listen, Macho's just being like Babyface right now.
Macho goes, that's a real truck. Yeah, Macho.
Listen, we're
with the real engine.
Listen, I got a V8 in my engine, okay, in my truck at least. See right here.
I do too, but I got the small V8.
I got the biggest one Chevy had. But right here, Cole, here we go. Here's beef. But Macho is being a Babyface. Why don't you have this truck? Yeah, well,
it is a nice truck. And like I said, Clint Grubbs and Gary Grubbs, they ride Harley trucks.
Yeah,
up there.
Yeah, they have a little bit of money.
They got nice taste. What can I say?
Yeah, Clint's a cool guy. And they do have good taste. I wish we could do it. Last thing before
Would you
we
ride
go,
in the helicopter, Lummy?
Fuck no. I like I said today.
Would you ride in a small plane? Like if
Fuck
Bubba
no.
saw this plane. Okay, Bubba, let's be on. Lummy, quick game. I know we're about to get out of here. Bubba, we know how much that you're, what's the word?
Claustrophobic?
No. Indoctrined to Bubba. What's the word we're looking for, though, that we always use?
Yeah.
It's not indoctrined, but
no,
something.
it's not. I'm going to let you figure it out.
Whatever. Anyways, and he said, Lummy, we're going to Fort Walton Beach this weekend for the Bikes for Badges, and I don't need you to ride a motorcycle, Lummy, because I know you can't ride it. You're Stockholm Syndrome ass. Thank you, Zerks.
Thank you, Zerks, for helping him out with that.
So, but I need you to ride in this plane with me up there. Are you going against his wishes of riding in that plane up there with him?
Does he have other people going with him?
I mean, yeah, it's you, Macho, Seth. There you go.
I'll see you in 7.5 hours.
You're not going.
I have driven that road more times than I can fucking count.
So what if it's just you and Bubba? Are you going then? You, Bubba, Erica, and Ashley. You're still driving?
See you 7.5 hours.
So, okay. So then let me ask you the question then. Is there any way?
Are you driving in that small plane?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, that's true. You drive a motorcycle.
I don't. Yeah, of course, I'd rather take my bike because we're going up there for a bike event. But like I said, if we had a rental bike up there waiting on us, hell yeah, I'm going on the plane.
Okay, well there you go.
I've been in a helicopter.
Oh, I'm never fine. After I saw Davey Allison when I was 9 years old, my favorite NASCAR driver.
I heard you say that.
He's dead. He's dead in the middle of the
caught he was showboating. I tell you, he was showboating.
I know. I heard that. And I'm like,
and then it comes out there's a part failure.
Yeah, he's a part failure.
Well, he's also a showboat. He tried to back it in there between two fence line.
Neil Malpers there, $50, Team Lummy. That's right. Yeah, that's right, baby. No small planes. No, but then Gene, he was showboating in his helicopter going up to, I guess they didn't crash. Well, they crashed, but they didn't crash at the track, but still could have. But, yeah, no, no thanks. No helicopter for me. No small plane for me.
It is weird, though. All these helicopter people that have been in helicopters like multiple times, I've only done it once, but they all seem to have a rather sketchy story.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
I could see that.
I've never really wanted to ever. And just like you know what else that I won't do? That Bubba said, roller coasters. See you later. Not doing roller coasters.
I still do roller coasters. I'm cool with that.
Never have.
No, I'm not doing I'm not going to the Florida State Fair or whatever, the Hillsborough County Fairgrounds and getting on their cracked out coaster. But like a real roller coaster, like going to Busch Gardens, getting on a roller coaster, nope, I don't got a problem with that.
It's good. I'm a pussy.
Yeah, I ain't got no problem.
I'm a pussy. So I'm good. I'll sit my pussy ass right there and drink my beer.
So how far are you pushing against Bubba when he says, Lummy, I am telling you, I'm mandating you to ride in this plane with me? How far are you pushing back? To the point of saying, like, Bubba, you're going to have to fire me? Or
how big's the plane?
Like Bubba's old plane. Bubba's old plane had twin engine, right? You got one engine if one fails.
I think it was just one engine.
Was it?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't remember.
It don't matter to me, dude. I'll get a single engine, but you're not doing it, are you? Like, you are literally going to make him damn near fire you before you get in that plane, aren't you?
I don't see why I just can't drive 7.5 hours. I've driven all hours of the day up to the Panhandle. I could do that thing sleeping.
You say, Bubba, let me make you a deal. I will be there before the plane even gets there. How about that?
That's right.
If I drive, I'll leave a day ahead of time, and I will be there waiting for you with cold water, and I'll be waiting. Yeah, no, you'll just to be sure, right? I'll leave a day ahead of time if you guys. I will be waiting for you at the airport.
That's right.
When you guys take off from Tampa, I will already be waiting at Fort Walton Beach with cold waters or you on the cooler.
That's right, and I'll have 2 hookers in the back seat.
Whatever you need.
Exactly. Whatever you need, I got you.
But please let me drive.
Yes. Yes, that is 100%. I don't want to be in the Gulf of Mexico.
Where's that?
I'm sorry, Gulf. I don't want to be in Gulf America.
Wow, Mr. Magalumi over there. Can't even get the name right.
First off, I don't know if the pilot got lost and he was flying toward to Mexico. So
he hasn't updated his navigation. It still says Gulf of Mexico.
Exactly. Listen, he didn't update his Google.
It's like when you get in those cars. Like I drove my boss's truck this week, and it's a nice truck. It's got navigation in it, but it's not like the 2025. So you're driving in the middle of nowhere. Like you're on a real road, but according to the GPS, you're like in the middle of a field. Yeah.
That's not smart to eat more Kozar. But last thing, I just saw this too, the TNA box card. Fish on J, $20 fishing report. North Skyway fishing here in St. Pete. Mackerel are being caught during the day. Sheep The sheephead, he put sheep's head. I guess you call that sheephead. And black drummer being caught with cut crabs and sea fleas. Oh, that's a good one. Reports of Goliath grouper being caught as well. Yes, Goliath grouper, the big time. Yeah, I don't want to get into fish again, describing things. Thank you, Fish on J, $20. Appreciate that. So if you you need your weekend fishing right there on the Skyway, they are biting the sheephead, black drums, and possibly some Goliath grouper. The TNA cards. Bubba, this is the second one.
Yeah, can I
found
see that?
Himself.
Hold that up for me real quick. I haven't seen it yet.
He found himself. He found meself, as he would say. Daniel Rose, this is the second box that Daniel bought off eBay, sent it in, and Bubba, which I thought would be a cool segment because he knew all these guys. You know, you got Jeff Hardy, Scott Hall, Sting, Ric Flair, the Pope, Hulk Hogan, which Bubba found himself he was on top of Hulk Hogan. So
Bubba was on top of Hulk Hogan?
Yes. He was I think Bubba said he was like the card right before Hulk Hogan and his wrestling return.
You had it right the first time.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
He's on top of Hulk.
Orlando Jordan, Christy Heem. So, yeah, I mean, I know there was boxes up on our eBay. Bubba wants you to send them so we can get another Hulk Hogan card. Seems like there's a ton of Hogan cards.
So, let me ask you, what are we doing with the other cards that are not Bubba?
Bubba's stockpiling them.
The ones that are not him.
Oh, I don't know. Bubba.
Are they worth anything? Can we take the cards that are not him and sell them to buy more of his?
I think each card's probably worth, like, if someone will buy like $1.
I mean, okay. How many cards are in a box?
23. Well, 24.
Okay, so if you have fucking 4 boxes, you make your $100.
Well, we don't know that because...
You don't know that.
I don't know if you want to look up how much a...
I just get the numbers from you. You're the one that told me $1.
I mean, possibly. The beautiful Taz and Mike Teeny... Desmond, yeah. How much was a Desmond Wolf card?
Who?
A Desmond Wolf card.
Who's that?
Well, I said we'll just collect these things and maybe we'll just sell.
Never mind. I guess they're going in the trash.
No, we'll just collect them. Berto Perez will.
Well, I mean, not now in the trash. We're gonna do it the BRN way. We're gonna store them for 4 years, then throw them in the trash.
No, 15 years, and then we'll put them back in the container or trailer. And then,
then they go to the trash because they get waterlogged. Something's gonna happen.
Gary says do not trash them. Exactly.
Just know eventually Bubba's gonna get fed up with it and it goes into trash. And like, years from now.
That's right.
When he decides to do his spring cleaning or some shit.
Those are always fun. Colin, thank you so much.
You ready to go to Clearwater, buddy?
Yeah, you're driving, right?
Yeah, I'll drive.
Ah, perfect. You're the man.
I'll drive with the free parking gimmick.
I like it. Oh, jeez.
It works until it doesn't. It works until we're towed.
We'll see what happens, but good thing we know steps, so hopefully they're the ones that tow you. Thank you, everyone.
You know what? Very quickly, you make a great point. Anytime I see it says towed by Steps Towing, I'm just not going to pay.
Let me know how that works out.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to this weekly wrap-up show. Colton and I will be back next Friday. The main show will be back Monday, 6 a.m. right here on your YouTube channel, The Bubba Army. But while in the meantime, in the weekend, if you're going to be listening to Bubba Army HQ, listen to all the great stuff we'll be playing there. Or just check out your social media at The Bubba Army on your Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Not TikTok, though, because it's the _Bubba_Army.
And if you're looking for something to listen to this weekend, the latest Loner and Stoner, like I said, it has my accidental 911 call, the audio.
Yeah,
check it out.
Check out all the podcasts where you can download your podcast. And for all your Bubba Army merch, go to Bubba Army Merch, Bubba Army Shop, BubbaArmyStore.com. Thank you. Have a great weekend. See you tomorrow on the Go Report. See ya.